Warning.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Tis I, Mogul. Recently, a friend of mine has gotten into Magic the Gathering arena, and I decided myself, it's like, you know what? I haven't played Magic in a while, so let me get back on the saddle. And like, I was like, it's about like what? Like, what time is it right now? It's like 4:54 a.m. I woke up like at 1 a.m. Well, almost 2. Excuse my messed up sleep schedule. It's more of an overnight person. And I had this like idea dawn upon me. It's like I was like I've been playing a good bit, and I got to like what like I started playing Alchemy, and I got to, let's see, where is it? Sorry, not used to all the shenanigans. Got to like silver or some shit like that. Like I started like at bronze, and like just in a whole day I was just grinding a little bit, and then I got to like silver 3, or like maybe profile tells me, yeah, silver 3. And I've been like testing around some decks and stuff like that. So anyway, so my friend, he started playing Magic, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get into it again. And on that sense, I was like, all right, well, what do I want to play? I'm like 3/4 sets behind. I think like the last set when I played came out was the Neon Dynasty, and that was pretty cool. I really like the Tameo and the this Phyrexian guy, and I played a lot of like the Mono Blue Brawl, and for Alchemy I played Mono Red Control, but I figured it's like, you know what, it's like, let me look at the new cards, and I've been playing a good bit of Baldur's Gate 3, and phenomenal game. I can't wait till full game comes out. Fucking amazing. But I saw that they came out with like the Baldur's Gate themed cards for Alchemy, and I thought to myself, I was like, you know what's like, I want to like use some of those cards. So I'm playing Alchemy at the moment. I've been seeing that Alchemy is not really I don't know, as popular compared to like standard, but fuck it, I don't care. I like the cards. I like the D&D based things. So it's a huge D&D nerd. So that's what we're gonna do. So originally I wanted to play Cargo. I thought Cargo had a very interesting concept, and for the most part, I generally like playing control decks myself. So I was like, well, let me change it up a little bit. And these train decks are, like little decks that I made for like my friend who got into Magic, to kind of give him a more advanced general gist of what each color does. And I'm not going to go into depth with that, but if you're like, oh, what is train one, two, like, it's not like, oh, me and the boys finna run a train on someone and the Bukaki boys are here, like nothing like that. But so I really like the concept behind Cargo. So this is the deck I'm gonna mess around with. I really like that Cargo has this ability. Like I think this is very interesting myself personally. Whenever Cargo, Shadow Arc Druid attacks, she gains that touch and mills 2 cards. But once during each of her your turns, you may play a land or cast a permanent among the graveyard that you were put there from your library this turn. So that's pretty interesting. So like, it kind of reminds me of like similar to like the flashback, and not only that, but like the what is it called, the one mechanic that they came out with. This is gonna fuck with me. Give me a second. Need to find it. And that, as you can see, I'm not one of those Magic players that has like, oh, like a full play set of like, top stuff, the primo. Well, like I don't have that. I don't have financial revenue like that to just like pump into this game like that. So you're probably like looking at my deck and you're like, oh, you have like a lot of threes, and just like, oh, you don't have this in it. Well, the thing is, I'm kind of attempting to climb within the ranks without like, like pumping in money like that. So this is going to be a long journey where it's like, okay, grind, get the things, and then from there, craft what's needed for the deck, and watch it evolve, and like think out of the box and some alternative things and stuff like that. Because even though like Magic Arena specifically likes to, I think I passed it up. Magic Arena specifically likes to screw you over when it comes to drawing with lands. But I do think Magic is a game of skill where, like, if you know how to utilize the cards, then, like, I think you can succeed. And not only the fact that you can succeed, but you kind of catch people off guards because you're not playing things that is, like, normally played. So, where is this card? This is messing with me. Is it even in here? Poison. Poison foretell. All right, that was the mechanic I was just going over Cargo, where you have like the extra like resource right there, but it's only for a brief window, or like with cards like Chandra, or like the red cards where you like exile the top card of your deck and play till your end of your turn and stuff like that. So this is a Golgari self mill pseudo reanimator like control type thing that I'm making right here. So we can mess with some things around. So I have a full play set of this little guy right here to mill, and then more stuff you have in your grave, the stronger it gets. Pretty good for self mill. Now control, I've noticed when I was playing before I started recording this like a day ago, that an issue that I faced with this deck was destruction. And I was like, you know what? Let me get some destruction cards in there. So Infernal Grasp is good because it's the guaranteed there. I mean, I could do Poison the Cup with the Scry, but I don't know. I just feel like just for mana cost, I feel like the two would work better. Undead Butler. Granted, I made this deck and I haven't tested it out yet. This is all like the ideals of whatever. So we may advance and change things as we're going on. So Undead Butler, mill yourself, and then when it dies, exile it, and then return a creature card from your grave to your hand. That's pretty good. Mulch, get your stuff in the grave. Lands, pretty good. I like playing 4 of this card just because it's like an extra mana. But then if you have a lot of cards in your grave, creatures to be exact, that's pretty beefy. 4/4, not bad. I'm a little iffy about the teachings of Keyring because, all right, yeah, you mill 3 for 2 mana, and you create a token, and the next turn a creature gets 1/1. Then on turn 3, it changes, and you can exile things accordingly. I think the exile effect with the token is pretty neat, and I will explain why I think the token exile is neat in a second. Meathood Massacre for some, like board wipes, especially with the, like the white weenie life gain, and, like red deck win rushes, and, shenanigans like that. Board wipes always good. I only have one of this guy, and I've never played him. I crafted him, and I like the 1 mana, it's like an artifact and it just mills and then you can exile and draw. That's pretty neat. And then the fact that it's 6/6 and then, you have a Death Touch 6/6, exile 2 from your grave. And the good thing is it doesn't have to be a creature. So, like your spells, enchantments, or lands. So I think that's pretty nifty. But I'm kind of iffy about him, but he seems pretty good for this. I like this card a lot. For 3 mana, 3/3, the ward is pretty nutty. Because, okay, so this is where some control starts. I mean, like, yeah, we have control with cards like this and Infernal Grasp, but this is an aggressive card, in my opinion. Like, you deal small damage, you gain life, and if they want to get it off the field, they have to discard a card. That's phenomenal. So I don't know, like this, goth little baddie is, one of my favorite 3 mana droppers. So it's pretty good. The Gloom Shrieker, 2/1 menace. The menace is okay. 2/1, nothing to write home about. But the main purpose of having him in the deck is, he's a creature. But not only the fact that he's a creature, but you return what is it? Enters battlefield permanent card from your graveyard. So you can either bring like the enchantments or creatures. I don't have any planeswalkers in here. I don't think. No, I don't. I only have one copy of this guy. I would play more. He seems pretty essential. Self mill probably would take like one of him out and put another one of these in, just for that passive mill. One Bloodsworn Squire. When I first made this deck, it was a play. I had two of them, but I really like the outplay that you can do. For example, if somebody targets it, like like you're fighting and somebody targets it with like, I don't know, like Infernal Grasp, or tries to kill it with a deal 3 damage to target creature, or exile, or whatever. I like that you can like pay the 2 mana, discard a card, any card. Ideally, you would want a creature so you can fuel stuff like that, or like play something with or like bring it back with like reanimation or something like that. That's the ideal goal with it. But anything really is fine. But like the fact when you transform this card and they target it, you can outplay an opponent's like ability. So, example. Hopefully this comes up in the video. But Blood Squire attacks, Infernal Grasp, okay, chain reaction, pay the 2 mana, discard a card, transform to Bloodsworn Knight. Therefore, it's no longer Bloodsworn Squire, which Infernal Grasp is targeting the Squire. It changes into Bloodsworn Knight. So you completely mitigate the 2 mana that they spend and the control to attempt to destroy this with a different creature, because it's not the same card semantically. I mean, like, yeah, I guess like it's an evolution, it's a transformation, but it's considered something different. So that's pretty money. Yesterday when I was playing, there was a good bit. I saw some of the newer cards, and I was like, damn, some of this shit's nutty. And this card, I really like this card too. It's an aggressive 4 mana drop, 3/3 Death Touch. It's pretty good on its own. But I like it because it makes the opponent discard a non-land card, highest mana. So a little more, like hand control, get their stuff in the graveyard. And that's pretty nice because if it's in a grave, just exile it when this attacks, when, with the little goth girl attacks. And yeah, deal 1 damage if it's a creature, gain a life. That's a win-win. And not only that, but the blood token. Now, this isn't like a predominant theme or strategy in to have the blood tokens, but it's nice to have because you can discard a card and draw a card. So you can discard any of your creatures, a permanent, anything you need to just get off of the fly and fuel stuff like this, or bring it back with, Diagraph Reborn, or, whatever, you have to bring stuff back to cycle through. So it's a decent cycle card. Binding of the Old Ones, I like this one because, like you search, like you destroy a non-land permanent. So you destroy Planeswalker, enchantment, artifact, creature, literally like anything that is not a land. So this is pretty money. The fact, and it progressively gets better. I'm not too crazy about the Death Touch ability on it. It's okay, but like really the first two is what I like about it: destroy permanent and then search for a forest. Pretty good. Now Cargo, my main motivation behind making this deck, and the concept of the self mill, is to play permanents when you mill. So I I put 2 of her in here. I felt like more than that is a little overkill because she's a little underwhelming, but she's why I wanted to make this type of deck. I think it's an interesting card to play around with. I only have one copy of the Junji, the Midnight Sky. But this card is pretty good also because if it dies, opponent discards 2 cards, loses 2 life, or you put a non-dragon creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield and you gain 2 life. So you can bring back any creature that's in your graveyard to the field. So that's pretty swaggy. Diagraph Rebirth, 1 less for every creature that's died. Okay, that's decent. That's good. If creatures die a good bit and you bring them back to the field from the graveyard, you're going to have a good bit of stuff in your graveyard, so that's going to be well utilized. But the flashback, I think the flashback's pretty decent. So essentially, if you're able to play from hand, then grave, that's like, with 2 copies, that's like 4 reanimators right there. So that's pretty nice. And then 2 Blood on the Snow for more field control, destroy all creatures and all planeswalkers. And all the lands I have here are, snow lands. I have only 3 Deathcap Glades and how many of those? 2? 2 Necroblossom Snarl. So I think 23 lands is sufficient. I mean, like, yeah, like you can play 24, 25, or whatever. I get it, but I just find it overkill, to be honest, sometimes. I mean, statistically and just like the ratio based off of everything, if we look at like the stats, I could kind of see how the I could kind of see how like probably like one or two lands will be better, more into the deck. But I'm already sitting at like 62 cards, and like normally I would advise 60 cards just because like you have a higher probability of drawing everything that you need. But this is a self mill deck. I mean, granted, people aren't. I haven't ran into anyone playing a mill deck yet, but I mean, you're milling a good bit. So I mean, like, yeah, if you're like two cards over, I don't think it's that much of a harm, honestly, because it's all RNG, what goes to the grave and what you draw. But I think 23 is sufficient. So it's enough little deck techies right there. So at the moment, I have quest for blue or black spells, and as you can see, I did play a good bit for this, and just now my 8 hour mark just refreshed, so like I can do whatever. I'm sitting at 46% for vaults for 100 gold and 140 gems. So I did buy the mastery thing because I think this is a good little incentive while you're playing to get more stuff, and it's definitely worth the $20 for gems. So let's get into little ranked. I also have a discard deck that I want to try that's mono black, but we're gonna play this Golgari self mill. So let's see how this match goes. Temujin. All right, Temujin. All right, let's see. All right, this isn't. All right, this hand's a little. I don't know how I feel about it. All right, so the thing is with this hand, there's 2 mana here. We have 2 black mana. Infernal Grasp, easily turn 2. We can hold off on that. But then we have all these 2 droppers right here. So we can mulligan, get the -1. But the thing is, we have, let's see, turn 1, we drop that, we draw. Turn 2, we can drop 2 of those. So we have a solid 3 turns to get a green mana or a multicolor. So I'm going to keep this. Just because we have 4 2 mana drops. All right, we have a mulch, so that's another one. Let's see. I got my boy Asterion here. I think in Baldur's Gate 3, Asterion is very comical. Probably one of my favorite companions to have in the party, aside from Gale. I didn't care much for Shadowheart. Lae'zel's okay. I mean, I see the appeal behind Lae'zel, but not money. All right, so turn 3, if we don't get a green, this is kind of not good. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, yes, money. Okay. Cabaret Revels? Yeah, Revels. Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a creature card with lesser mana. Oh, shit. Then put it onto... That's crazy. Okay. So, we're going to start off with our Taxidermist. Get that mana ramp for... Because not guaranteed we're going to have mana next round. And then we can combo off into 2. What the fuck? Bro, that's crazy. What is this? Whenever you gain life... Oh, no. So wait, this is like... What colors is... Alright. So, we're gonna mulch. Start getting our grave ramp up. Okay. 3 cards, that's 1 there. That card is crazy. I should. No, I'm not going to do that. I want to save and see if he summons something big, because that's 4 mana right there. And the sick thing is, like, he gets... That's just dumb. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Because I feel like he's going to try to summon something. I'll eat the 2. Because he's going to gain 2 life. He's going to summon something with 3. Yeah, 3. Another card. That's ridiculous. What the fuck? Bro, what? This is... That's nutty. Oh my god. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna mill some more. Beef her up a bit. 4/4. Get the token. No, we're gonna attack. What is this for? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Alright. I do not want that to happen, so I'm gonna kill that. I mean, either way, I'm gonna take burn, and that's the sick thing. And granted, I don't know what a lot of these new cards do, so this is gonna be interesting for me. What the hell? I think this might be a loss. Unless I get blood on the snow. I'm gonna have to cargo this shit. Mill 3 more. No attack. This is nutty. So enters the battlefield when this creature enters. Alright, so oh my god. Okay, so it's gonna summon another 3 mana thing. This battlefield choose up to what the fuck? What is this? This is crazy. Alright, so this is not a win, it seems. Yeah, that's game. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, the top deck is real. Ooh, yes. Okay, so... Oh, wait, but then he's gonna summon something. Okay, okay. That's 6. $40 health to my 1. There's no way I can come back from this. Oh my god. I can at least try. That's all we can do, you know? Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So now, we're gonna destroy all creatures. Put this little goth bitch there. Alright, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. But I gain a life at least. So 6. Oh my god. This is a dumb combo. Like, this deck is... What? This is... Alright. End step, exile one target artifact or creature you control, return their cards. Oh, what? Okay, so we have one of these. Let's bring something back. And what wolf? It's my dog panting there, Wolfie. Oh, okay. So this isn't really looking good. Let's see. He gains a life. He has that at 4/4. I think maybe best bet might be Cargo. And then I'll exile a creature he has. That's so crazy. Now he gets 2 cards. That's ridiculous. Like, what the fuck? So, well, like... This dude is not a boss. This dude's... Oh my god. This dude's a little piece of shit. Yeah, I'm at the block with Cargo. She has that death touch. Wait, why doesn't it... Oh no! That's when Cargo attacks! Oh, big rip. Yeah, this is gonna be game. Unless I top deck another Blood on the Snow. I got the meat hook. Alright, let's see what... Oh my god, that's 8... Okay, well, let me think. 2, 5... that's not gonna cut it. Exile target non-creature. No, we want to exile a creature. Exile that fuck. Get that 1 spirit. Come block with that. Alright, that's fine. Then we can meat hook 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. It's not gonna do much, but fuck it. All we can do is try, right? He's probably gonna... Oh my god. I wonder if he summons at the end of the turn, if he bounces that. I wonder if anything happens if he bounces that. That's fucking crazy. Block with your boy. That doesn't have trample. So your boy's gonna die. Now his effect pops off. Let's take action. And what are we gonna bring? We're gonna bring back... Can I bring another one of those to thin the deck out a bit? But then... he doesn't have any cards, so there's no value with her. If I had another one of that chick... Actually, we're gonna bring another butler. Bring a butler to my hand. Okay, so it probably doesn't come back as whatever. Again, leaves the battlefield. Okay, so he gains 1. Wow, so he's gaining like 2. Okay, let's see. 2, 3. 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, okay. I would have enough for that. 2, 3. Alright, no snow. Then what do we have here? Taxidermist, fungus, carga. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. Okay, so we can get a 10 out of 4. Oh, okay. No, let's bring Old Rustin. Okay, and then what does he have in the grave? Mill a creature. Yeah, let's get rid of her. Let's gain that 1 life. He's gonna let me deal with 3 damage. He's at 46, so. Unless he wants to be ballsy and destroy all 3. That doesn't have reach, but. I mean, I have to eat the 2. I'm kind of forced to.